I'm going to show you guys how to build these Lego F1 cars. Let's go. This has easily been my most requested video of the whole year, so sit back, relax, and build a Lego F1 car with me. Okay, so as you guys can see, I got all the parts laid out here. I'm going to start with the chassis and build out. You can see I go front to back, but we're just going to start in the middle here like every Lego Speed Champion set does. So here's the chassis part, fairly regular for a 6-stud car. Okay, so to build off of this, we're going to go forward first. So we're going to need a 2x3 plate. Oh, and by the way, I don't know the names of a lot of these things. So a 2x3 plate, that's what we're calling it, because I think that's right. Now we have a 1x1 brick with a hole in the middle. We put two of those, two of those sideways like this, because the axle will go through that eventually. After that, we're going to put one 2x3 plate on top of that, one 2x3 plate on top of that. So it's kind of like a square right now, okay? So now we're going to take an L-shaped, I guess, 2x2, if you want to call it that, and we're going to take two of them and stick them out towards the front, if you see what I mean. That will be the wheel pants, or the wheel brows, if you want to call them that. And then we're going to take a 2x2 plate, stick that right there, again, to even it out. And now we're going to take a 1x1 plate and stick it on the parts that are sticking out. And then whatever you want to call this, a 1x2 curved slope, I think, put that on top, and that will be the wheel brows. And now in between those, we're gonna take a 1x2 inverted plate. That's gonna be what holds the front wing. So now we have this set up. We're gonna take a 2x4, put that there again to level it out, and that's where we're gonna start. Okay, so now we're gonna start building off the sides. So we're gonna start with the floor. So first you're gonna take a 2x6 plate and offset it by 1. You're gonna do that on both sides. And now you're gonna take a 1x2 plate, and the part that's offset in the front, you just fill it in. Like that. Now, you're gonna take a 1x1 plate and go right level with the front of the floor that you just built. Like that. After that, you take a 1x2 curved slope and put that on top of the 1x1 you just put down. As so. Behind that, you're going to put a 1x2 tile on both sides. And then right here, next to the 1x2 curved slopes, we're going to take a 1x1 tile and put it as there. Okay, now to continue building the sides, we're going to take a 1x4 plate on both sides, right behind the 1x1 tile we just put down. Then a 1x2 L-shaped whatever you want to call it, we'll put right there, dead in the middle of that 1x4 that we just put down. Now, you can use a 1x1 brick. I just simply didn't have any, so I used another 1x1 brick, just this had a hole in it, but you couldn't see it, so it doesn't matter. You're gonna put that on the spots remaining on the 1x4 plate that you'd put down. As so. Now, you're gonna take a 1x4 curved slope and put that behind those two 1x1 bricks you just put down. Okay, next step is we're going to work on the side pods. So the side pods are the same for pretty much every car. So you're going to take a 1x3 and another 1x3 plate, stick them together. Then you're going to take a 1x2 and put it off the end, take another 1x2 and stick that off the end. Now you're going to take a 1x2 curved slope but inverted so the studs are pointing up, and put that under but on the end of the most recent 1x2. Then take a 1x2 tile on top of the most front two, and then a 1x4 curved slope to cover up the rest. And that's the side pod. And then you just put it on the 1x3 studs that are on the floor, just like that. Okay, now we're gonna repeat that for the other side. Boom. Perfect. So now you have the side pods done on the car. Now, let's start building up the rear end. So we're gonna take a 2x4 plate and put it underneath the chassis. Now I'm gonna take this 1x2 brick with a hole in the middle, or whatever you want to call it. That'll be basically the seat. So you're gonna put that on the bottom of the chassis, but furthest to the back, if you can see what I mean. Okay, next we're gonna take this 1x2 with a little thing that points up and then studs on the side. No idea the name of that. We're gonna put that on the end though, okay? Now we're gonna take two 1x1 dots and we're gonna put them on top of that 1x2 L-shaped thing. And on top of the dots, we're gonna take a 1x2 plate to go on top of those. Now, going off the back, so this will be the very end of the car, we're gonna take a 1x2 inverted plate, a 1x1 plate, and finally, a 1x1 red clear tile. So that is essentially the rain light on the car, or the light that signals that the driver is charging their ERS. So next, we're gonna take these 1x1 with a hole in the middle and put them in that space on top of the 2x4. As so. That will be another axle, of course. And on top of those, we're gonna take two 2x3 plates to go on top of what we just built. And it overhangs and covers, as you can see, it covers the little red bit that we just put. It doesn't overhang that way, it overhangs towards the back. So now, we're gonna take a 1x3 plate that goes behind the seat, and we're gonna take two 1x2 plates, put them together, and go on the very back towards essentially what's this flat area where the rear wing is gonna go. On top of that, we're gonna take a 2x2 black plate to go on top of the 1x2 and the 2x3s. And it sticks it all together right there. And on top of that, since we're building a Williams here, we're gonna take a blue 2x2 to go on top of the 2x2 we just put down. So now, for any car, they are they are the exact same design. So what I'm showing you here and what I'm building is exactly the same concept, it's just different colors. So you can judge how you think each car should be depending on the colors of the car. So that's what I think is cool about this. So even though I'm just showing you how to build one car, I'm really showing you how to build every car. It's just with the colors of one. Okay, so next we're gonna build up the inside right here. We're gonna take two 2x2 plates in blue for Williams, stick them together, and put them in that little area right down in there. Then we take this 1x2 L-shaped, but not the one that we put down there. It's the inverted, so it hangs down. We're gonna put those on top of the 2x2s we just put down. Then we're gonna take a blue 1x3 tile on each side and put it on this L-shaped piece that we just put down. This is gonna be starting the engine cover. Now we can take a wedge-shaped 2x4, I guess, blue for Williams, on both sides here to surround the cockpit. And now on top of that, we're gonna take four 1x2 inverted plates all on top of this area of blue that we just made on the rear end, as so. On top of that, to build up the engine cover, we're gonna take a 1x3 something, whatever that's called, place that in the back, and then we're gonna take a 1x1 brick, but it has a little edge out of it. I don't know what the name of it is, but that's what it looks like. either one works, so it doesn't have to have the little wedge out of it, but it needs to have the area that or the stud that points out of the side. But then that goes right in front of the triangle thing. Now we're going to take a 1x1 circular tile. That goes on the stud facing the front. Now we're going to take a 1x1 circular plate. That goes on top. And then a 1x2 inverted plate. And that goes on top. This is the T-can. So what onboards are filmed on, that's what we just made. Okay, so now we're going to build the rear wing. So first, we're going to take this 1x2 triangle thing, and that's going to go in the very back. So for this part on the rear wing, it's together because there's stickers, but that part is just two of these next to each other. So this is what makes this, just two of them, if that makes any sense to you guys. Okay, so we're going to take a 1x2 tile, a 1x2 plate, stick that as so, right in that one area. Then we're going to take another one of these that we use for the seat, and this is important. So you don't want it facing this way where the angle is pointing towards the front. You want the angle pointing towards the back. That will be important later. Okay, so now we're going to take these arms. What they're called, I could not tell you, but we need 3 of them. So we're going to put 2 of them like this. Okay, and we're going to connect that to a 1x2 thing with a little thing sticking out. Again, I have no idea what it's called, but this is what it looks like. And we're going to connect it to those 2 arms. Then we're going to take a 1x4 tile and put that right on top of the 1x2 thing we just put on. And on that, we're going to take another one of these inverted L-shaped plates that hangs down, and we're going to have the part that hangs down actually point up, and that's going to connect to this 1x4 tile. Just like that. Okay? And now we're going to take 2 1x2 triangle things. Again, this is the part that's back here. And those will go on top of the part that we just put on. And then finally, we're going to take 2 2x2 curved slopes and put those on the parts that are hanging down. But then we need a DRS actuator. That I forgot, but you have to leave a little bit of room in between the arms here, and you can take this last final arm and put it in between the 2, but pointing up, so then it goes onto the rear wing. And then finally, you just simply bend it forward, and that's your rear wing. So the car's really coming together now. So the rear end is essentially done, except for the axles. So actually, we need to use the diffuser now. So the diffuser, you're just going to take these 1x2 L-shaped, but the regular, not the inverted. And you're just going to take it like this and do that on both sides. Like that. Now we're going to go to the front. So the front is mostly the front wing, but then we also have to do the halo. So for the halo, we're going to take a 1x2 inverted plate, or whatever it's called, and stick that in the part inside of this blue wedge. Now to build the halo, we have this handlebar, specifically the one that points all the way back. These are very rare. I don't know what set they come on. I've gotten them off of Bricklink. And then, yeah. So then we take lightsaber pieces and stick them onto the whatever it's called, the handlebars. And then on the handlebars, we're gonna put this 1x1 little wedge thingy, just like that, so it can stick onto the stud. So there's our halo. Now, it's time for the front wing. So we're gonna take a 1x2 tile, sorry. For Williams, it's going to be blue. That'll go right in front of the wedge plate. And now we can put this to the side. So next, we're going to start with two 2x3 triangle wedge plates, I guess. Obviously, they're both opposite sides. And also, we're going to take a 1x6 plate, all in black. Now on top of that, I like to connect it first by using the 1x2 L, like the regular one. And we're going to put those on the very edges. This will help connect everything so it's one piece. In the middle, we're going to take two 1x2 inverted plates and just put them right there, right in the middle. And on top of that, a 1x2 plate in black. So it looks something like that. Okay, now, this is a little bit confusing because I have mine with stickers. But you're going to want to take an L like that, but it has an angle. It's not just a straight L, it has a bit of an angle. It's a tile, and then a 1x1 tile. You're going to want to take 2 sets of those to put on each side of the L shape. This will create like the front wing end plates, like that. Now we're gonna start making the flaps. So we're gonna take 4 of these 1x2 curved slopes, put them in the front first because they don't need anything. They go right like that, and then for the next 2, we're gonna put 1x1 plates on each part of it, so to raise it up by 1. And put them behind the other curved slopes. Just like that. So it should look something like this. Okay, on the very front, we're gonna take a 1x1 little triangle wedge thingy. That'll be the very end of the nose. And then in front of that, we're gonna take a 1x2 plate and put that on the front of a 1x4 curved slope. Then behind that, we're going to take a 1x1 plate, and to go on top of all that, we're going to take a 1x2 curved slope but inverted. Again, like on the side pods, how it has the studs pointing up. So it should look something like this. Now, you're going to take this and put it on the 1 stud remaining on the front wing, as so. And then this will stick onto the other 1 stud remaining, like that. And now, all that's left is to do the wheels. It's very simple. You just take an axle. You're going to take, let me see what we did on this one. You're going to take the bigger of the 2 bearings, or whatever they're called, and then the smaller of the 2. Just like that. Take your wheel, put it on the end, then put it through the 1x1 with the holes that we put there at the very start, and then you just do the same thing on the other side. And then just simply repeat this process with the back. And then there you go. In 20 odd minutes or however long that took, now you have yourself a Lego F1 car. Okay guys, so there it is. How to build a Lego F1 car for 2023. Now, I know you guys are wondering, how do I make the stickers? I'm working on it, okay? I can't tell you that right now. But make sure to subscribe, stay tuned, and I'm working on it. It may come out sooner than you think, alright? But that's really it. Make sure to let me know in the comments what videos you guys want to see over the off season before 2024 starts up. And I'll see you in the next one, guys. Peace out.